Shiva sir told me, he said, don't worry. I said, what about language? What about language? So he said, listen, don't worry. You can speak maybe Hindi or you can speak English, but it's just easy. Just come, just do. Firstly, when I was approached for the film, it was a great honor. I love Hyderabad cinema, and I think it's the future of a lot of Indian, Bombay actors, I think, would be lucky and excited to be in a big Hyderabad movie.
Sure.
And I was very lucky to get this offer. But I was worried about this thing. And then you said, just turn up. It's going to be an easy experience. Don't worry about anything. He gave me the most passionate narration. Yeah. Normally, my attention can wander. If it's not a great narration, I start feeling a little sleepy also. You know, I said, rather read. But it was a spellbinding narration, very emotional. And, you know, we were shooting a film in Amritsar. And you must have said, you know, get Saif or something for this role. Yeah, obviously, you must have thought
it was a mutual choice.
What
you know, for me, I could never, somewhere when we wanted this character called Bhaira, so as Saif sir mentioned, see, we don't have names for different clans here. So it is one big hill where everybody is living. So the characters, I mean, like, there's no a particular name for a village as such. So there's like, वो north village वाला है, ये south village वाला है, ये west का village वाला है, और ये east village वाले हैं. So, but it was just that. So when we were designing the characters, I think both of us really felt that, you know, who is as powerful as Devara? For Bhaira. So Bhaira needs that kind of a cutout. So for some strange reason, both of us were looking at each other, and I really love Saif sir in Omkara, and I really felt that, you know, there is this intensity in him. I mean, though yes, he really has a funny side of him, which tends to dominate. Look at him now.
All the nice things.
But there is so much intensity in Saif sir, I think, that hasn't been captured in movies. Yeah. In most of the movies.
Yes, I also personally feel that.
Yes. So, I mean, like, we needed that intensity. Yeah. And both of us were like, you know what, I think we should just go approach Saif sir.
So I said, well, how will I do it? He said, don't worry, just turn up. There's a nice big AC set and all this water stuff. And I've got these machines and you just sit there and chill and it's going to be a blast. And you know, he was absolutely right. I came there, and language. So I said, first day, I had to say these lines to this lady who was playing this part. And I was being cued some dialogues. And I said, I'll try and get... And the sweat started running down my back. And I felt kind of a thrill that I hadn't felt for a long time. I felt I'm working in even though it's our country and it's another language, but that diverse, it was like a new thing for me. I felt I'm speaking a new... And I was panicking because I thought maybe I won't do it properly, or I roughly understood what I'm saying. I tried to remember
You remember any line?
I knew you'd ask me this. But if you repeat, I'll repeat. No. But I prepared it, and I did one or two lines, and then they were okay in the beginning, the first line. He said, you won't have to speak much. It'll be one line, second line. But after a few days, he got pretty impressed with how I was doing it. I got used to the language. Like, you get used to anything after a while if you practice enough. And it's not... that difficult also. And then after a while he said, okay, now do a page. And then suddenly the dialogue started getting longer. And I said, he promised me it'd be one or two lines. And then the assistant would come in the van and say, sir, a dialogue. And I'd say, okay, what? And then he'd go on. And I said, that's 2 pages. And he said, no, you can do it now. Yeah. So it's true, we did it.
Yes, sir.
And he would watch very carefully the lip, and he said, it's quite perfect. And the greatest thing is my co-star or the lead who's standing with me, who also concentrated and helped, because a lot of actors, you know, it could have been distracting. But how you have performed really well, despite the fact that I'm, you know, I'm speaking a language where people are cueing me and I'm, you know, doing that. So it's a patch together, but it works.
It worked.